moderation, huh? Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning, Starseeds. The Earth says hello. Hey, just a heads up, we're gonna get some company. I'm expecting maintenance to fucking shit. All right, let's get on with it. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, guru, evangelist, American civil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you better see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. What do we got going on? Oh man, we're in some Tuesday energy. There's a lot going on, dude. Went through a dark night of the soul. No, it wasn't. I just got triggered as fuck. What is it? Outside fucking influences, I suppose. I really don't want to talk about it. Unless it comes up in the cards, I don't want to talk about it. I went through a whole bunch of fucking shit, right? Fine, I'll talk about it. God damn. I thought I dodged a bullet yesterday, and then I'm just pulling out the cards that are next. I thought I dodged a bullet yesterday because maintenance came to that room and was like, looking for some broken pipes, and I'm like, nah, mine are cool. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see that card. And they're like, cool. And I thought I got away with some shit, but no, they had to still come in and cut the pipes, bro. And I had to move. Now, I'm like, oh my God, you're killing me. I was really dreading it, but I'm like, all right, I'm going to smoke a big fat joint and I'm going to do this. So they give me a room just down the hall on the other side of my stalker. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. They're going to come in and grab this stuff. Hey, come on in. Okay. I'll grab her. No, I'll put her. Okay. Come here, Nana. Tú. Yeah. Thank you.
Pila, no voy a estar mucho falta ahorita ya. Vamos a tratar de sacar.
Y cuando termines, puedo decir a la muchacha que todavía necesitan, no sé cómo se llama eso.
Cortinas.
Sí. Ándale.
Ahora venimos a colocarlas.
¿Ah?
Ahora venimos a colocarlas.
Ah, okay. Bueno. No, stay in the room.
Thank you,
Okay. As I said, guys, we had some work going on. So I was in the other room and they told me I had to move. So then I'm just like, fuck it, we're going to do it, right? So I just start moving stuff, right? I start taking out all my big vials and I just start moving it in the room. I'm not paying attention to the room. I'm just moving shit into the room until I look up. And what's up? Oh, bro, there's some kind of really creepy bug in there. Really? Well, there's multiples. I keep seeing them and I'm like, oh, hell no. The whole thing is I've been running from bugs. Really? Yeah. So I'm like, get everything out of the room. Get everything out of the room. I was like halfway into it, bro. I was more than halfway moved my room in before I realized I can't be in this room. So then I'm stuck in between and I'm about to go downstairs and literally cry. And they find me another room. So then I got to move again, you guys. There's no shit. It really happened. So then I moved down to this room and same thing. I didn't check the room. I didn't nothing. I just moved into it. It looks, everything was all right. Then I got here and there's totally a problem. And I'm like, I'm just going to cry. And I really did. I got angry and then I cried. And that's where we ended up now. So we got some company that are taking care of the room. So I don't have to move rooms again. But it was going to look pretty nasty. And that was a really rough morning. And I have a lot of stuff to do now on a Tuesday. Are you serious? Yes. And they're going to take up my Wednesday too. So where are we at? The Wheel of Fortune, which means this was meant to happen. I don't even know. I look at things, it's like this was just, a trigger. It's been a long time since I've had any outside influence that bothered me other than, inside dealing with shadow work. So it was cool to see how I reacted, which was, again, childish, of course. Not really. I mean, anybody's allowed to act in their emotions, but when I do it, I feel totally ashamed, but then I can validate that was the appropriate, or it could have been better, but they expect you to be numb to what you're dealing with and calm and collect in every situation. And who's they? Humanity. You're not allowed to be emotionally, upset, or you're not supposed to, you're supposed to just handle it and just take it. And I didn't really take it too well. I was pretty upset about the whole situation and I wanted immediate action. And when I do that, I go running into Callie's office. And Callie is just another one of those beautiful Jessica type people. Really? I don't know. It's not like Jessica is a person. It's a spirit. They're just really great spirits. They're like a Queen of Cups spirit that it's like they can take it and they don't even need to take it, but they can return it with love. I can do so much of that, but no, I'm going to raise my voice after a while. I'm going to Queen of Swords you. Really? Yeah, I'm not going to take too much. But in the essence, she's very cool about it. She's dealt with me a million times, so I can go in there and scream and cry and throw a fit, which I totally did. And she came up with some great answers. She's such a great problem solver to make my life so much easier. Really? Well, as everybody knows, the one thing I hate about this world more than anything is laundry. Why? I don't know. I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. So, I did all that laundry. That's what took me so long to move rooms. I had to do my laundry, wash every bit of my clothing to move into my next room, right? So now I'm in here and I'm like, oh no, dude, I'm gonna have to do this again. And they're like, no, we're gonna take care of it for you. I was like, okay. I was about to cry though. I did cry under that circumstance. I thought I had to take all this shit, which is currently all washed and folded and packed and beautiful, ready to go into my next room. I thought I was going to have to fucking go and spend another week at the laundromat doing this. But they resolved the problem and they're going to go ahead and have someone pick it all up and wash it for me, which is cool. So, I mean, it all worked out, but it was just a fucking absolute roller coaster. God used my biggest fucking fears against me, or my biggest anxieties against me, which one is laundry, two is my OCD, and especially the pests. This is all about some pest situations, and I've been running from them, and I've been hysterical, and I've been crazy about it. I was calm for very long. I was very calm about it. I was very calm until I'm not calm, and then I become explosive, and that's what I said. You guys have never truly seen me angry. I'm really angry right now. Like, I will shut down the doors, like, professionally and magically. Like, this is not cool. Like, I'm so angry right now. And so her conflict resolution and her, you know what I mean, problem solving skills are above and beyond. I did not expect that. And I don't, as I'm sitting there, I'm just seeing my day unfold. You're going to have to pack up all that shit. You're going to have to do all this shit. You're going to have to do this all fucking over again. And that's what they wanted to do, is move me again. I just got into this room, went through one room to get to this room, and they were considering moving me again. I was like, I can't do this, dude. I can't do it. I cannot do this again. Really? No, because I'm supposed to be moving in my house in a couple days' time. Like what, 7 to 14 days? Realistically, I need God, and He knows why. I need this to draw out till at least the 21st. Why? Because I'm playing games. That's all I need to say about that. So as this time ticks down, I'm working with time, which is the clock. But at the same time, I'm like, why the fuck did this happen? Everything happens for a reason, bro. And again, going back to it, hold on, let me help you. No, it's okay. A mí no me duele. ¿Está bien? Thank you, guys. Okay. Oh, he goes, yeah. Oh, shit, se me olvidó. Y cambiaron la princesa. Fuck. Oh, well. Ahí está. Gracias. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, it's done. And the week goes on. Really? 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 Really, bro? I was like, fuck, don't you do this? And that's what I was crying to her. I was like, I've done absolutely nothing with my life for nearly 2 weeks now, just doing laundry. Please don't make me fucking do laundry, bro. I feel like fucking, I was like, this is beyond Cinderella. You don't understand. I'm about to burn all my clothes. I'm about to burn all my clothes at this point. If you make me do this again, really? I feel like I should show you how much I've got, just so you can understand how serious it is, bro. It's so fucking serious. I've got 7 tubs in the back. These are 27-gallon tubs. You're like, where did you get all this shit? That's what everyone keeps saying. It's not that much. You don't understand. It just looks like it. If I had dressers and closets, it wouldn't even fill up dressers, bro. It's just that we have small space. Really? So I have blankets. I have pillows. I have pretty much an obscene amount of jackets. But that's not jackets. We don't have tons of jackets. Everybody that lives in Colorado knows this, bro. There are a lot of hoodies. I wear a lot of these cover-ups. It's like you need something to throw over your t-shirt, and it can't be the same fucking hoodie every fucking day of the week. That's fucked off. But you also do need your snow jacket, but then you need your rain jacket, but then you need your windbreaker, but then you need your sweaters, but then you need your zip-ups because, And then what if you're just going for a nice hike and it's just a little breezy at the top of the mountain? Do you understand what I mean? You probably don't. And as far as that, I'm looking at the shoe pile. That's pretty insane too. But then you can look at people's closets and they had tons and tons of shoes. We don't have that much shit. It's just like when you're talking about moving all the shit, holy shit. Really? Yeah, so anyways, after going into I have to do all kinds of shit today, all I gotta do is get ready and then somebody will come and pick up all my shit. And then me and the dog gotta go on an adventure tomorrow where they treat the room. Really? I don't know, bro. I put my stuff in that room. I put my stuff in that fucking room and it hadn't been treated. So then by the time I realized it, dude, it was like I was sure that they'd got my shit. So then I brought my shit down here and I'm like, fuck. Really? Mm-hmm. So they have to treat my room and they have to I have to clean my shit again. Seriously? And then she looked at it and she's like, she doesn't have the file of when this room was even treated last. I was like, Jesus Christ almighty. Luckily, I already rescheduled him. He was going to do a pre-treat of the last room just for precautionary to make sure I didn't bring anything with me. Really? So I already had him scheduled to see me, just it's going to be a different room, same situation, different room. Really? Yeah. I fucked up my day though, bro. Seriously? I'm just trying to get comfortable and just trying to. You realize, I don't know if you guys realize, I barely finished getting all my shit in on Saturday. Then on fucking Monday, I gotta fucking move my shit out again. And now it's Tuesday and they were about to make me move my shit out again. What the fuck are we doing? This is like setting up a tent. Realistically, that's what I said. Nobody open anything. Nobody pull out anything. Realistically, my fucking groceries are still in bags. I'm playing around. What's God doing to you today? What is that one? The King of Swords. Hey, you know what? I realized yesterday I did not read the Ten of Pentacles at all. That was the Ten of Pentacles, not the King of Pentacles. Really? Yeah. Was it a mistake? I don't believe so. I don't believe in mistakes. Anyways, is that why you had an attitude? I heard someone say, no, that didn't happen till later in the evening, dude. They didn't come and tell me I had to move rooms until about 5 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, I didn't have an attitude about that. I was just blowing steam about, breaking cords with twin flames. And moving on, let's say that again. Breaking cords with twin flames. I don't think they're broken. I think they're resolved contracts to really. I've tried doing cord cutting removals. You can't. You have to break the contract, which is fulfill the contract. It's not, you can't break anything. Nothing's broken. Now, I was listening to Steve's Love Tarot, just kind of rambling while I was sitting there, like just pissed off in my car. I heard him say a couple things, but I really don't know what he was talking about. Seriously, it was just playing in my headphones and I was spaced out, bro. Really, I wasn't listening this time. But he said something about they're gonna apologize and say, and it's not too authentic, but you could start something new with this person. There's certain trigger sentences, and I want to point this out on Valentine's Day and before Mercury retrograde to all of you guys out there. Do you really want to start something new with someone old, or do you want to start something new with someone new? You're like, yeah, well, I already know this guy. Yeah, exactly. You know it. So there's nothing exciting about this. Don't you want the excitement of new? I do. I was thinking about an Aquarius last night. Really? Yeah, Sagittarius and Aquarius are supposedly good, very compatible. And because Aquarius is in my first house of identity, I feel like if I get a strong Aquarian, we'll be, you know what I mean? We'll be similar in our outwards personality. Really? Natal chart shit. Let's move on. Where were we? We're at the wheel, as I said earlier. The wheel of fucking, as the wheel turns. Why? It keeps turning. It just turns really slow sometimes. And sometimes that thing will run your head over. Yeah, Where are we at? Strength, Hermit, the wheel. The wheel spins and you rise to the top. The wheel spins and sends you crashing down into the barriers. I knew it as soon as I touched those earrings, bro. Really? Oh, I forgot my dog's still locked in the bathroom. It's not in the bathroom. She's trying to get out. Hey. Back there, right here, there's offerings. There's certain offerings, my gold offerings. There's a pair of white butterfly earrings. The butterflies represent Fortuna and change. But I don't like Fortuna. Why? She's fate, and she does just that. One day you're up, one day you're down. One day you're up, one day you're down. That's exactly what happened. I was all the way up. I'm all the way up. And then I fucking fell down real hard. And then I got picked up. Because again, I'm sitting there and I'm at the lowest low. I'm literally dreading everything they're saying. I'm seeing my day and I'm like, please don't make this my future. Please say this is not what I got to do. And I'm crying about it almost. I am really crying. I'm like literally listening to her tell me, and I'm like, please say I don't have to do this. And she's like, and I gave her my real emotions and she gave me a real solution. I don't think if I wouldn't have been so authentic about how I didn't want to do this, would she have been so supportive and let me help you find a way to make this more comfortable? Really? Well, she was throwing they already gave me one. They threw at me a freaking gift card to a laundromat, but I didn't drive to it. I was like, no, I didn't even know how much was on it or nothing like that. So she was about to throw me gift cards to the laundromat. I'm like, nah, bro, you don't understand. It took me 3 carloads to do this. I'm not, I don't even know where this says. It's in off Parker, bro. We're not even near Parker. Like, I don't even know where this is. No, I was like, here, I'll give this back. And I was like, yeah, I paid out of pocket to do all of this. Realistically, it's not a big deal. I fucked up a couple of my jackets, and my daughter's fucking slippers. I washed everything, bitches. That's what took so fucking long. Fucking everything, bro. It smells so fucking lovely. And now I'm going to turn it over to some people and they better use some good soap too. Realistically, motherfuckers, they're going to be touching my underwear and shit. Really? I mean, it's either that or I wash all of this just because I don't want the help, but I really want the help. Let's just hope all my underwear come home. Maybe I shouldn't send them. They're in their own bag. I'll wash my own underwear. Really? I mean, I keep it. There's a huge box of our undergarments. I think I'll do that myself. Just feels better. They can wash everything else. Are you serious? So you went above and beyond, but I saw this as the worst day ever. And then before I knew it, I took a breath and everything's fine and nothing ever happened. Really? It's like somebody pushes you in the pool. You're just standing there on your phone and someone pushes you in the pool. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was on my phone. Oh my God. Right? Something like that. And then you're standing there and you give them your phone and they're like, it'll be all right. And then you start seeing other people standing in the pool with their clothes on too. And they're like, hey, you want a drink? Oh my God, what are we doing in the pool? We're in the cesspool. That's the best way I could describe it. That's pretty much it. Really, is it a tower? No. And that's why I said this isn't a tower. A tower is something different. A tower is something that's long lasting and it falls to the ground and it can't be repaired. It shouldn't be. Realistically, that's why I said I don't know what this was. This wasn't a tower. It was a mini Dark Night of the Soul. I got pushed into my fucking feelings and shit. This is Fortuna. Hey, Russ. Russ has been dealing with Fortuna for 3 years. The highs and lows, right? Fucking Mike Stud wrote a whole bunch of albums about it. As a fan of your works, you were inspiring to him. Anyways, yeah. What goes up must come down. Today, tomorrow, next year, some year. Time has no interest in our comforts or our decision. All our plans and schemes are hopes and fears. It is an apex predator in the strange landscape. And that's what it is. You can't see what's happening. And that's what I said. I was like, why did I do all this? Really? They're walking you around, bro. I literally can see it where we're being walked around like fucking, like prized animals at a fucking, hey, oh no, it's February. That's over. I was going to say at the fucking stock show, like they're showing us off. Really? You've got to follow direction. And you don't even know why they're walking you through and around such things. But realistically, yeah, it's just some boot camp training, some endurance training, some tests and trials. Really? Yeah, it's stupid. Did I get a ribbon? Did I win first place? I promise you, the wheel, when you really see it, not every time do you pull the wheel of fortune do you still see Fortuna. She will literally be ruling over, I'll never forget it. She rules over fucking June to July, like 3 weeks of all ups and downs, bro. She fucks us up during the middle of the fucking summer. Really? I remember to keep those dates. Why? So you can keep calm and realize this too shall pass. It goes just as fast as it happens. Fortuna is a stage. She is a goddess that lives above us and plays games. Really? Not really. They point her as, you know what I mean? She's a blindfolded. She's just blindfolded and she's just fucking around. She's not taking it out on anyone. She's not picking, she's just rolling the freaking wheel. And that's what it means. It's literally a wheel where people are on the top and then they're on the bottom and then you're on the top and then you're on the bottom. And it's like, it's that. The Wheel of Fortune. Really? Yeah, I mean, you might get crapped out. Seriously? I see the Wheel of Fortune, but I know it's called the Wheel of Fortune, but there's a game show with Bob Saget where they used to run a different wheel. It's more like that wheel. It's not like this one, it's like that one. Okay, they're just giving me visions. Let's see, and that's it. Whatever I had planned is not happening. Whatever I thought I was going to do, like that, I didn't see that coming. It's complete redirection. This is a state of redirection. So maybe, hopefully, it's just today, but usually I don't pull one of these cards every day, so it could last for a couple days. It is an apex predator in the strange landscape. It bayous you up, it pulls you down. The moment will come again when you have the power to choose. While you cannot change the greater workings of the universe, you may choose what to do when chance is in your favor. You decide what to do when you are again at the bottom of the heap. All right, keywords: a change in fortune, the passage of seasons, a fleeting opportunity, ups and downs, temporary setbacks. And that's what's happening. These temporary setbacks are necessary. And I didn't see that. Why are we dragging this on? It needs to be for good reasoning. Really? And that's it too. I went looking for my tax forms yesterday. I'm like, I haven't got them. They're like, it's 10 to 7 or it's 7 to 10 business days. We barely set them out. I was like, oh. So I can't force that either. Really? Time. It's funny because time isn't existent. It's just on patterns. So we have to wait till the right pattern, the right time, the right alignment. It's not the right time, is what they always say. Really? Well, watch out for this. There's going to be, she just messes with you. She just like Kobe. It's just like, she doesn't even mean to mess with you. It's just a game. Really? It's like, it's Squid Games. That's what I heard. That's worse than Hunger Games, you know? Squid Games. Have you watched that? Dude, you guys. The first one was worse than the second one, but I didn't even know what it was. My kids were already on like the 5th episode before I knew what they were watching. Are you serious? You let your kids watch that? No. My kids let me watch it. Oh, that's why they're so different, aren't they, though? What are your kids watching? Realistically? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had a weird download. Number 32. I went to 52. What is his name? I can't see it. The King of Swords. That's so funny because last night when I was pulling the cards just goofily, I was like, ooh, a new beginning with the King of Swords. Intellectual. What are the swords? What is it? Libra. Is it Aquarius? Yeah. And Pisces? Is that you guys? No, Pisces is Cubs. I don't know. I can't think right now. What are we at? Number 32. What is this? Vasaria, I guess. This angel infuses compassion, understanding, and justice, allows a pure and honest impulse to manifest itself into the material world with rationality and untamed will. Yeah, the power of the sword, your mind. We've been speaking about this, how your thoughts manifest. Really? I'm manifesting an Aquarius. Really? Why? Something new and adventurous. Let's go ahead and give it a try. It is the material world with it manifests itself in the material world with rationality and untamed will, giving us a way to occupy the space we deserve in the world and society. Excess stubbornness shakes our objectivity and impartiality, inviting vices, provisions, and what is this? Insensations. That was a hard word to pronounce. All right, it's the King of Swords, the Moon, which is your feelings, Virgo, which is your structure, and the Six of Swords. Whoa. Really? Yeah. Well, balancing, the King of Swords is the mastering of your minds. The Six of Swords is taking that, you know what I mean, that journey through your mind. Really? It starts there. You have to work everything out in your mind. You let it play out in your mind before you actually play it out. Everybody does that. Really? Yeah, you try to foresee things and try to, you know what I mean? But as we just pulled the Wheel of Fortune, don't try to see this. You're not going to see this coming. Those are always a caption. You don't see this coming. Well, I'll believe it now because my cards told me I don't see it coming. Really? They blind you. That's the whole thing. Fortuna has a blindfold. You don't see this coming. What's coming? I don't know. Transformation. That's what I see in front of me. You're not going to go into it? Maybe. Maybe not. I've done so much, you guys. I'm so serious. Half of me just wants to lay there. Last night, my whole body was sore, bro. Really? Oh, fucking A, bitch. I was so fucking sore. My back, my muscles, my arms. I did so much lifting, heavy lifting, and moving, and this and that. I put my kids to work, bro. I know they're sore today. Realistically, had them lifting and fucking the refrigerator. I got a brand new refrigerator in 516 that I've been carrying with me. Really? Yeah. Why didn't you use the refrigerator that was in there? Because it was an old refrigerator and it was small and I just got a brand new one. Go fuck yourself. Really? They told me I could do such things. The other fucking room, I was going to have to move a TV, some lamps. It wasn't even furnished. Are you serious? I'm so serious, dude. I'm such an asshole. And when you take into consideration, confirmation, that I came from the hotel industry and that I, you know what I mean, technically this should be ran like a hotel. I really want to be up, you know, up at somebody's ass with the Holiday Inn and shit. Realistically, no, I'm just trying to get on and not trying to be a pain in everybody else's ass. I'm a pain in my own ass. Why can't you just be peaceful? I do. That's all I try to do all the time until I get a wild hair up my ass and now I got to go with this shit. Really? Where are you going? Straight to hell if I don't change my ways. Oh, here we are. Well, then I guess there's nowhere else to go but then up. Love and light and dark. Well, that's the balance, isn't it, though? I went to Karma. Ugh, your Karma. The beacon. Shine on. Dude, we're like, these cards are cool. Really, when I first started reading them, I was like, damn, these are forever. Every good oracle takes a good 15 to 20 minutes to read. Really? Every good oracle? Mm-hmm. Every good oracle reader, you know what I mean, gets totally into any of them, though. They can tell stories like unbelievably. Realistically, your ability to translate the message. That's what makes, you know what I mean, great professors and teachers. Their ability to translate this and make this understandable. Really? Yeah. Which figure on this card do you relate to? The dark shadow of your own fear or empowered, light-filled divine? Well, I mean, I saw the shadow, but it wasn't standing out. Really? Is it standing out to you? This is a challenging question since, in truth, both are aspects of yourself. Within you are both light and shade, illumination and shadow, love and hate, peace and anxiety. That's it. I'm peaceful. I'm just having an anxiety and an anxious moment here. Living in a dualistic world, you have a dualistic nature, and it serves you well to try to integrate and understand all parts of yourself. Dude, what kind of shadow work are we doing? That's where it is you see yourself act up, and then you go back and you reevaluate how you acted. Realistically, that's what it is. That's Kobe Bryant shit. Really? That's what we call watching the reels. It gets real when you really step out of yourself and reevaluate how you played. Imagine that's what Kobe did all the time. He wasn't like other, that's the coach's job. The coach's job is to evaluate the, you know what I mean, the other teams. You're supposed to keep, you know what I mean, self-evaluation. Really? So he would sit there and watch him play, just like I listen to my own videos. He'd watch himself play and see where he made not mistakes, but where he could get stronger. He doesn't speak like that. We don't speak like that. Right, Kobe? And that's where it is. And that's why Mondays and stuff like that, time with Kobe is extremely important to me. He'll play it back. He played it back yesterday, something I said, and I was laughing really hard. He loves to bring back the moments of shit I said, and we start there, and then we go back and like, yeah, you're right. I should probably not do that next time. Yeah, let's work on that. And that's all it is. He allows you to become self-aware of yourself. He's not, you know what I mean? I mean, there's so many times that my unhealed self, me and Pac, are just sitting there acting a fucking fool. And he's just sitting there like, when you're ready, when you're fucking ready, he's not, you know, it's like when you're ready to see where, you know, when you're ready to get to work, really, it's extremely important. So as far as your shadow aspects, that's what it is did my shadow come out? And that's what she said. It's totally understandable. We all get triggered. And that's the word, you know what I mean? We all get triggered and exactly that. And I was like, let me explain my behaviors. Because usually after I behave, and that's when I met a new woman, I was like, I apologize. You had to see that side of me. It's pretty ugly, but it gets worse. And we all had a laugh. I was like, yeah, but you know, I'm acting like a child right now because, you know, this is very, you know, triggering. Really? And you look back and it's like, where could I have been better? I feel like I still struggle with the approach. By the time I'm ready to talk to you, I am shaking. I am full of it. I am like, my words come out as fire. Not, I think that my elevated tone, you can tell I'm elevated before. It's like, you have no chance. I'm already uproared. But that's the definition of any complaining customer. Now that I go back to it, it's like they don't come at you calm. They don't come at you collect. They do come at you loud as long as you're not disrespectful and saying hurtful words and keeping the tone down. Did I keep the tone down? Yes. Did I scream? No. Did I say any disrespectful words? I cursed a couple times. Stuff like that. It's like, how can you be better at demonstrating your truth with your feelings? And that's it. The shadow part of me, I'm gonna slam this door and light you up right now. And that's where the first interaction was not so good. I expect that this is going to be resolved tomorrow. I know that you are fully capable and there's no one above you that can do this job better than you. Really? Very condescending. Very condescending. And then after I came back, I said, well, I'm going to sit here until we find some resolution because I'm not going back up there until we have an answer, till I know what we're going to do about this problem. I'm not going to sit in the problem. We need to find an answer to the problem. So something like that, I'm still aggressive in what I tell you I'm going to do or what I expect and you know what I mean? Nothing less. Looking back at it, yeah, they call that assertive, bro. I'll walk in there and I will walk out with the results. I'm going to make people feel a little small and I might get a little loud, but we're going to get this handled. That's the Queen of Swords. How can we be better? How can we add some more, some more light to that? And that's it. Don't make me don't make me put the dark side on. Really? So your shadows are your shadows are your shadows. They will come out at any time. And that's why I said this was like an endurance check. Let's check yourself. Let's see if you're going to wreck yourself. Really? And that's it. What was the point of this? Just to check. And that goes back to me breaking my window. What was the point of that, God? I never make mistakes like that. Not to say I don't make mistakes, but I have a great intuition. And I knew as soon as I grabbed the phone, or you know what I mean? It was something like that. It's like I left it and it was all just a trial and a tribulation to learn a lesson. Something like that, to see how you'll act, to see, to trigger you, to see you. Really? You guys got to understand when I don't do much, I don't. I avoid conflict. There's not much that can fuck with me because I don't go around to get fucked with. How's something going to bother me when I'm sitting here all spaced out all day? Or sitting outside spaced out staring at the clouds? Things don't really bother me. So God has to find, he's got to find a way to shake my cage, see if I still squawk. Really? Same with you. It's like, quit bringing around people that piss me off. And you won't see that I'm pissed off. He said, quit being pissed off at people. Ouch. And here comes Kobe with that. You want to talk about why you're always walking away from relationships? Because people are fucking trash. How about that? You want my real true feeling? I think they're fucking trash, and I'm tired of fucking going through this with these people. I'm tired of dealing with unhealed people. Then the compassion side comes in. Well, you were unhealed. Yeah, nobody dealt with me like that. Nobody cared about me. Nobody, so, as above, so below. Is the lesson learned? Okay, now go teach people to heal themselves. This is really some bullshit. We can sit there. I'll argue. I'll have straight up arguments with the Holy Spirit about some shit like that, especially this conversation. Why you ain't trying harder to be somebody's girlfriend? Can you tell me why I need to try to be a girlfriend? I could have a baby right now. Why do I need to be his girlfriend? Why do I need to be his wife? Why do I need to be his fucking mother and therapist? Why do I need to be his father? Why do I need to be any of this? Does he know how to be what I need? This is all I'm getting with these fucking people. And that's it. Why can't you be their friend? Why do these people need so much of me and can't be what I need? Which is truthful, honest, have time, integrity, anything. Realistically, sell me this. You're the door. I got a pocket full of money here, Kobe. Sell me this product. Tell me what I'm buying here. I'm trying to buy this illusion. What are you telling me here now? No, you're going to have a great life. Doing what? Cooking and cleaning for him? And what else? Sex? And what else? What do I get? He's going to be busy all the time and he'll have no time to sit and talk with me. He won't be a friend. He won't be a companion. He'll just be a provider, a person that gives me a child and then provides for it. Well, I've been doing that. I don't really need any of that. What do I need? Why? more laundry, more food, more problems, more issues. He brings his problems to my plate, and I'm supposed to eat this shit? Eat my ass. Really? Well, we're dealing with shadows, obviously. Living in the dualistic world, you have a dualistic nature. Pushing away one shadow doesn't work, whether it appears as jealousy, rage, greed, or spite. Instead, you are asked to understand and work through why such feelings arise and where they came from. So that's where it goes back to, why'd you act like that? Because I was upset. Were you upset for a real reason? Yes. Did you act uncontrollably while you were upset? No. Were you professional while you were upset? I could have been more. Is it forgivable that you didn't act so professional under the circumstance? And that's just where it is you start fine-tuning it and fine-tuning it. You don't understand, bro. From the place that I started at, I'll just blow up at you, bro. I'll make you look like a whole fucking clown. I will walk out of here, you know what I mean, leave you devastated, never forgetting that day that we crossed paths. Really? That was about to come today. Well, I mean, I did call the health department. Really? Yes, I sure did. I was like, this is the main reason they closed down fucking companies is for pest control. And you guys don't have this shit under fucking control. I'm a lunatic, bro, about certain things. When I go hard, I go hard, bro. Really? Let's go back to the videos. Go back in August where you saw fucking cockroaches walking across my fucking altar. How long did you think I was going to be calm about this? Why the fuck are we living with fucking cockroaches when the fucking city of Denver is paying for this place? The city of Denver can't pay for proper fucking pesticides? No. They're doing it sideways. And that's what's going to happen. The health department's going to tell them to do it the right way. They're going to close this thing down and tent it like they do every other big house. They're playing around, bro. And that's where it is. They keep fucking, you know what I mean? They're not doing the whole fucking thing. That guy came in week after week after week after week. I had him inspect it every week. I'm here to check the traps. I'm here this. Come to find out, he was supposed to be treating it every 30 days. I'm so furious, bro. So then they put me in a room that hasn't been treated, that literally has, they weren't regular cockroaches. That's what I said. They're a cousin of a cockroach. What were they? They looked similar in shape and size, but they were fatter and they had a design on their back and they had wings. In the room I went to from there. Realistically, yes. And then I get down here and the motherfuckers is down here. And I lost my fucking shit. And I called the health department. And I made a formal complaint. And they're going to come in and do an absolute inspection of this entire building. And this is just going to be the one out of many things that are going to shut this thing down. And I said that as I walked out the door. I said, I'm shutting this place down. Realistically, yeah. Magically or professionally, that's enough. They don't care. They don't care about the people they're housing. This isn't your pocket. You're not reporting the real problems. You're not dealing, and that's what I told her when I walked in. I was like, the definition of insanity is repeating the same method of action, expecting different results. It did not work in the first room. Now you're telling me you're going to do it in the second room and you'll have better results? It's not worked in this whole building. You're killing me. You're fucking killing me. Really? And that's where I get in these people's faces. Like, don't act like you don't have a problem and that you don't know how to fix it. Escalate. That's what I said. Escalate. This needs to be escalated to where it needs to be made resolved. What do we have to do? And I just want to go back to that. I'm the rebellion. I will rally the troops and we will go to war over the most petty things having to do with human rights. We have a right to a clean and safe place that is being provided by the city of Denver. If you cannot provide a safe and clean environment, which is what they're paying for, then you don't need to work here. Really? None of them. If you can't do this job, then you're the highest person in this building. If you can't resolve this problem, then the building itself is falling apart, which is the tower. The 7 stories of this tower is going to fall out. This is not the first time I've done this. When I walk out a door, the doors are closed forever. You want to look at all my previous employers? They're closed forever. Anybody. It's called karma. Really? I fought for change and you refused change. Instead, you wanted to keep things they were and do the minimum instead of doing what was right for people. And I said that. I'm going to leave here, but I'm going to make this a better place. And if this isn't a better place, then this isn't a place for families. If you can't provide a better place for families, then don't even. It's like, oh, it's better than nothing. Beggars can't be choosy. I'm sorry? While your employees are the ones here stealing all the contributions, who's choosing to be a beggar? If I go to Big Orange right now, and Big Orange already has a huge problem with Colorado and how it spends its money, and I tell him that at a city level, this is what they're doing, and I walk him through my city, oh, we make big impacts. Really? Big impacts. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. This man wants to change the world, wants to change America. He's being guided by particular idiots. But let this idiot come and talk to him. He's easily persuaded into what is best for the American people. And I'm fully aware of what is best for the American people. And unlike you, I can find a will and a way to have a conversation with Big Orange. Agent Orange is what we call that guy over here. Realistically, yeah, some bullshit. So going back to it, what was the worst part? I called the health department on them. They can fix all of this, but it doesn't stop with me. The bus doesn't stop here. You're going to fix this for everybody. I'm not going to be the only person fighting for, you know what I mean, a clean place. There's fucking babies. And that's what B was talking about. You know what I mean? B has a baby. There's babies, dude. You can't put babies on the floor like this, bro. You can't have babies around fucking cockroaches and fucking infestations, bro. That's fucking unsanitary. So they tried to take out the cooking, right? They took out people's cooking abilities so that they weren't keeping the bugs going. But they did nothing to clear the entire infestation within the building. Really? It's in the fucking walls. And that's what we just had a huge conversation or a huge conference about. Because they can't do it room by room like that, which is usually pesticide and heat. They can't seal a room. If we were in an apartment, each apartment is usually sealed, or they'd have to take the whole building, depending on how it works. And they'd have to. You've seen them on the streets, bro. They tent up a whole house. It looks like a circus, and they have to fumigate the entire house. They're going to have to do this to this entire building. Everybody is fully aware. The number one complaint here is pest control. Everybody from the highest to the lowest. If this is the biggest problem, why haven't you fixed the biggest problem? Instead, you're trying to what? Put up new curtains? You're trying to get new vendors? Why don't you take care of the problem at hand? Well, here comes me, Miss Problem Solver. I used to say that in my car driving his Lyft. It's like I could solve the entire world's problems from right here in my car. Going back to my shadow. Yeah, I'm gonna report you. I'm going to make sure. If there's one thing about me, that's it. I'm gonna escalate this until God says stop. I'm going to get results. I'm going to make sure that this, whatever I'm facing, I don't leave any rock unturned. No, we close it here and now. It gets handled here and now. I don't like this shit. You know what I mean? Unfinished business. That's what I was like, there's nothing to be said. I thought I said it all. I work with intention to close all chapters, close books, file everything away. I don't want any open strings or anything like that. So I handle that. That goes back to, what was it? The Queen of Pentacles. I'm very organized. I get shit done, but not without a fuss. I get shit done. If I have my mindset on it, it's going to get done. Don't worry about when it gets done. I'm being redirected and I can't get to it right now, but it is a priority. If I said I was going to do it, I'm going to motherfucking do it. Really? So when I said it, I did it. And that's where it all starts, is in the thought of the mind. Fuck this. No family should have to deal with this. If fucking Denver, the city of Denver, wants to put out $4.2 million on the homeless, you know what I mean, act, then they better be acting appropriately with that money. Now, when I win my lottery and I start building homeless stuff, these are the type of things I know. I get to see what works and what doesn't. I've been through these facilities. I've seen these caseworkers. I've seen what works and what doesn't. Who works and who doesn't work. What positions are actually necessary and which ones are not. And that's an audit, just like Big Orange is doing. Your job is unnecessary. Your government job is unnecessary. Your government job is unnecessary. And that's what I said this morning when I went downstairs and there was no coffee. The new shift is coming in and there's no coffee. These placemat motherfuckers come in from 11 to 7 and sit there on their phones for fucking 8 hours getting paid a good $23 an hour. And you can't even get up and make coffee for the next group. They don't have to sweep. They don't have to mop. They don't have to deal with customers. They don't do nothing. They don't clean the facility because we have our own maintenance. They don't do shit. You couldn't even make coffee. Oh, it's not my job. We'll let the morning crew do it. Well, what is your job at night? And why are there so many of you? Why are there so many? Why is the city of Denver paying for so many of you placemats? Again, remember, I was the woman that was there at the transfer, and I spoke to this new company, and they have not addressed me once. I don't have a problem on getting shit done. Run for president? No, I don't want everybody. I don't want the fucking whole country's problems. Take one problem at a time, but realistically, no. We fight our own battles in our own backyards. We don't go taking battles, go fighting other people's battles, and that's just kind of where it is. So as far as my shadow, did it come out today? No, I don't think so. I felt like I was being childish by calling the health department without listening to them. But the truth is nobody's called them before. And if the health department came, we wouldn't even be here. And that's why people don't call. Really? I assure you. If not unbelievable fines, they're going to shut it down. I made the report today. Let's see how fast they show up in this building and start walking through these rooms. Start walking through, testing the fucking water. That's a whole nother thing right there. Realistically, this is the same health department that goes into any business and they give them a coding. The health department, there's no code on our building. They have to go into every business and make sure that it's a sound business. They also have to do that when it comes to, realtors and shit like that. When the elevators went down for all those weeks, it was me that called. It's a compliance. I forgot what it was. I found this person that's in charge of all of Denver. It's his job to make sure every elevator works in Denver. He has a compliance operation team. I called them. They were here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and our elevators they always go down, but they're always up. It's never happened again. I am dangerous with the internet. Absolutely dangerous with the internet. I will find who I need to talk to, and I will have a wonderful conversation. That's what happened with Adams 14. I didn't deal with the school. I went straight to the school district and sat down with their supervisor. And after we left, he left me and went straight over to the school and went after these women. Next thing I know, I had CPS at my door from reports from the school. They were trying to retaliate because I sent their boss after them. They were trying to say I was a bad mother. Bitch, please. Really? They're going to find out I'm a good mother, and your boss is going to find out you're a terrible worker. That's what's really about to happen right now. Realistically, I'm just doing what nobody ever did before. That's what the girl said the other night. She's like, I'll never forget when you said that shit about the donations. It's like, I didn't even mean to, and I was terrified after I said it. And they all ran at me. Omissions of guilt, telling me I was wrong for even saying anything, and they're allowed to take the fucking goodies. It's not goodies, bro. These people don't come to donate to the employees. Really? Yeah. All this shit, bro. I fought about all this shit. And realistically, nobody's going to put up the fight after I leave. This isn't standing change. So we just need to take down the stand. Really? Yeah. God's going to. The health department is for sure. Is it that bad? Not in my space, but in the entirety, yeah, it is. In entirety, yeah, it is. There's a lot of shit here. I'm serious. As far as health, nah, bro, their maintenance crew can't keep up with these people. number 1, 2, and 3. Just the actual maintenance crew that handles the floors. It's unsanitized, let alone all the extra rooms and shit. Not to mention hand washing, all of this stuff. This is a business. It's a filthy business. Really? Really. The building itself, no. I mean, that's where it is like it's bigger than that. Really? Mm-hmm. That goes back to why were my pipes breaking and all of that. And then they moved me into the other room. I should have took pictures of it. As I was moving out, that's what happened. As I was moving out the refrigerator, it was unfinished. The piping was unfinished behind there. There was all kinds of wood, and then there was a bug infestation. There was typical cockroaches, but something else. Really? And that's where I freaked out and I started I ran out of the room and grabbed all my shit. Really? Mm-hmm. What are they? I don't know. I made jokes. I was like, maybe they came from Venezuela. I've never seen them before. Hey, dude, the bugs in fucking Mexico, holy shit, those were some scary bugs too. Really? Yeah, I don't know. And that's it too. That's why I've been panicking. I don't want them on me, but I definitely don't want to take them to my new home. Now, the good thing is if I take anything to my new home will definitely treat it better, realistically. But that's not fair. That's leaving other people, and that's what I mean. You don't leave other people behind to suffer. That's what I stand for. It's like it's not about, oh, I got out. What about everyone else? What about everyone else? I'm not just fighting me. That wasn't me just fighting me when I called the health department. That wasn't just me fighting for me when I sat there, and it's never me just fighting for me. I'm one person, but how many people are in here that won't come and have this conversation, that won't say anything? And we've already talked about it. You know, when the new company came in, they wouldn't tell them anything. No, I'm grateful for the opportunity and I'm this, that, and the other. I was the only person that listed out a fucking laundry list of fucking complaints about this place. Really? I'm the only one. It's like, you shouldn't complain. What? What? And that's where it goes back to. You guys think that we should be treated less or that we shouldn't have the same fucking rights. Why should we live below standards? That's the whole point of offering, you know what I mean, resources, is to get us, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, I can't even, it's just awful to think. Anyways, going to your shadow. Instead, you are asked to understand and work through why such feelings arise, where they came from, and realize it is usually because of an absence of love. Confirmation. That goes back to it. I'm still triggered about the furniture shopping. I did talk to my caseworker yesterday about an alternative, and she's going to. I need to go down and talk to her in a little bit. I just needed to calm down. She thinks she's going to help me with an alternative to it. Really? Yeah, it's something about the way that I'm doing it. I don't like it. Really? I don't like what I'm doing. So I wanted to find another way to do this. And told you I was triggered. What about this is bothering me? Something about this whole thing is bothering me. I can't keep doing it. If you know what I mean, don't keep doing something that's making you unhappy. I still have to get furniture, but I can't do it this way. Really? That's what I told her. What do you want to do? I actually want to do it my favorite way. I want to change it. What do you want to do? I want to go to Facebook Marketplace and go pick up furniture. I want to do it my own shopping in that way. Really? I just am. I'm funny about that. Really? I have more, I don't know. I just want to do it that way. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I can spend the money as long as I can provide receipts. So I needed to ask her about that. Well, what if I want to do it this way and I want to stretch my money, or I want to do it? That's it. I'm scrolling through Amazon and I'm scrolling through Target and I'm scrolling through Facebook. Walmart, and I'm scrolling through all these stores and it's all the same shit. It's all the same. All the couches are the same colors. All the bed frames are the same. All of it's the same. I feel like there's no option in here. Really? I don't like it. I'm looking for something different, but I can't find it. So I don't like this whole thing. It's like I'm not seeing what I want. I'm not seeing what I want. So I keep doing it, trying to force myself, and I get tired of scrolling and I get irritated. And what it is they don't have what I want. Really? So then for fun, what I do in my spare time is I get on Facebook Marketplace and I just scroll through there. My favorite thing to do was to look at trailers. Really? Yeah. But then I started changing it. So I started looking up furniture. And I was like, you know what I mean? Big old full put together, you know what I mean? Instead of buying one piece of freaking, I can get full furniture, full bedroom sets put together and stuff like that. Realistically, yeah, I liked it. I liked it better that way. So I wanted to talk to her about it. But the whole point of this conversation was I noticed I was triggered. I'm doing something and I'm getting emotionally worked up. I'm getting angry. I'm getting bothered. What's wrong with me? Why don't I like this? And it takes time to, you know what I mean, to work through why the feelings arise and where they're coming from. Why do I feel like this? Ultimately, because I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Where are they coming from? A sense of comfortability because I never shopped like this before. I used to go out and go treasure hunting. Realizing it because of the absence of love. And it's like, I love to do this. This is the way I used to do it. My whole house, stuff like that, I love to do shit like that. Realistically, my enormous TV, I think it was like, dude, I don't know, it was like 75 fucking inches. I bought that thing for $25 on Facebook Marketplace. Really? I love doing shit like that. And because of that, it's like, I don't know, I'm just savvy. Call it the hustler in me. I love doing it. So I went back to I like looking for furniture. I just don't like looking at these stores. And that's it too. I like to buy stuff, but I don't want to go to the mall. I like shit, but I don't want to go to department stores and I don't want to go to the outlets. Really? I've never been, I don't know. You don't like new stuff? Yeah, sort of. But I like, I guess I do just like old stuff. A lot of people look at my clothes and my shit and they think I'm very trendy, but I promise you it's just me rediscovering or living in old fashions, reliving them. You know what I mean? Bringing them back. Really? I don't like I don't know. I just don't. Really? So I was trying to figure it out. What's bothering me? And that's where it is. Little things. What's wrong with me? Why am I so bothered? And you start to figure out what it is, where it comes from, and how to resolve it. And that's it. I know what this is, and I know how to resolve it. So I tried to come to an idea. And that's what I said. Well, what if I just put up my own money and then I could, and this is literally how smart I am, because they need receipts. That's all it is. They need a paper trail of the money that they're spending. They have to show where this money went. So I was like, well, I could buy a receipt book from Office Max and I could go purchase the items myself. And then you could just do a reimbursement if that's the case. She's like, these are all great ideas. I need to talk to, to Angel in the morning. Really? Well, that was before Callie just told her to go find me a fucking a pickup fucking a drop pickup laundry. Really? She's gonna find someone. She's telling my caseworker to go find someone that'll come and pick up all my stuff and wash it for me and deliver it back. Really? Yeah, that's what we came up with. And that was very helpful because otherwise this is just madness. It killed my body carrying all those tubs and all that stuff. I could show you, bro. It's just fucking bagged up clothes all over my room. As I was like, this isn't a problem. I have no dirty clothes. You could take it all, but that's the sad part. It's all clean. It's all bagged up. I don't have to. I already did all this. That's what I thought today. I was going to have to do this. I was going to kill somebody, bro. Really? No. So that means, that's all I got to do is just sit around. And then tomorrow, my day is fully free. I can't go find I don't know. God's going to fill it with something. And I got the dog. What are we doing? She hangs out in the car. It's not like I could take her for a walk in the mountains. She's not one of those dogs. It's the most annoying dog in the world to walk. Really? No, she just wants to sniff. She just needs a yard to sniff. She does not want to go anywhere. She just wants to smell everything. It's annoying. Really? Oh, man, totally. But anyways, we're going to do something tomorrow. I don't know. God's at least opened up something for tomorrow. Really? Yeah, we'll see what he does. He'll give me a plan today, maybe. Otherwise, I'll just sit in my fucking car spaced out for 5 hours. Really? I can do it. Watch me. Get me a big bag of weed and some sage. I'll sit there watching movies on my phone all fucking day. All I need is a restroom. I told you, I'm so fucking simple. I am so simple to babysit. Are you good? I'm great. Are you good? I'm great. Really? I'm not like you guys, bro. I don't need all that stimulation and shit like that. No, I'm chilling. I can sit there and stare at a wall for fucking endless amount of times and be totally chilling. That's what it's like. Put me in a mental institution. At least they have clean walls and I can walk around in my jammies all day. Really? You save the medication. I don't need it. I'm fine. I'm not a harm to myself or others. They just think the way I think is crazy. I'm just gonna sit here and think about that for the rest of my life. Really? Carl Jung Institute. Can't wait to meet me. I feel like I should show up in a fucking when I do psychology fucking classes, I'm gonna show up not in a doctor's suit, but in a patient's suit. Really? Patience. I'll do reenactments of crazy, emotional breakdowns so that they really understand. Will it be reenactments? No, I'm pretty sure it'll be authentic. Moving on. You just deal with your unhealed ways. I was like, oh, that was kind of unhealed. It's like, oh, you guys always bring up my unhealed ways. Was I unhealed? I mean, it surfaces. The side of me that nobody wants to see comes out. I'm not going to deny it. I'm about to let this bitch out. I'm not going to deny it. I let it out fully. If you've done the shadow work, the card then asks you to question which figure you give the most attention. I told you I saw the shadow, but it wasn't even pointing out to me. I didn't actually notice it till later, to be honest. Transformation happens when you choose the light over our shadow selves and turn like a flower to the sun, the greatest energy source of our planet and life force. And that's it. I'm deadly when I'm angry, bro. I'm deadly. And that's why I was so fucking productive and successful, because I was angry all the time. I wasn't. I was hurt, and it was being channeled as anger. And anytime I get pissed off, bro, when I get pissed off, I violently clean or I do things. I push that force into things outside of me, not people. But if you fucking piss me off and I slam the phone down, now I'm filled with it. And then I start doing shit. Really? Usually tasks, especially I put it into cleaning. Why? It's just a healthy, where am I supposed to put this? I don't know. Maybe angry sex would be good for me in the future. I don't really get that angry anyways, not anymore, but that's where I put it. So being angry was being very busy. Like, I mean, and that's what I said is like, dude, when you're angry, you're busy. You have a force inside of you, you're fueled with fire. You can either sit there and let it eat you up and you start crying and screaming and acting a fool on the internet, or you could get up and use that shit to like Forrest Gump, bro. Why did Forrest Gump run like that? He was hurt. He didn't know what to do with his feelings. So he just went for a run, but he couldn't run it off. It took 3 years to run that shit off. Then you look at me. I've been running for 3 years. It took me 3 years to get through this. Really? Stupid is as stupid does. That was a good answer. Realistically, face your shadow. You're running from yourself. Really? Let's see. Darkness and shadow can play in ego's hands, playing small, judgment, blame, drama, victim mentality. It takes many forms. Did my shadow come out on you yesterday, Lewis? No, that was a tower. I kept dealing with this tower. That's a tower. You have completely broken my mind. Everything I ever thought you were, and everything I thought we were, and everything I thought you were going to be, and everything I thought is a lie. That's a tower. That's a tower. A tower comes on a Friday when your whole reality comes crashing down, which means something you thought was real. Reality. Your reality has just been shattered, and nothing is real. Everything I ever thought about Lewis Hamilton was wrong. I was wrong. Do you know how that feels? That's what you saw yesterday. That's what you saw all weekend. The same thing happened with B. I thought you were somebody. You fucking got me, bro. You made me, you worked so hard. And it's not just me. You worked so hard to manipulate me, to make me believe a fucking lie. And when I find out, I go crazy. Anybody would. That's called a tower. And you're supposed to act a fucking fool when it happens. You're going to go Kanye on their ass. And that's good. Really? Because you're living a lie. You might as well end this lie right now. You just saw the truth. You want to keep playing the lie with them? You want to keep lying to yourself. I will never look at Lewis Hamilton again the same way. Ever. He did this already. I should have seen it the first time. I did. That's karma, bro. I didn't see it the first time. I didn't see it the second time, but I sure fucking saw it this time. The whole world saw it on the jumbo screen. Okay, I'm blind. I'm not the only person that didn't know. It had literally had to be on a fucking jumbo screen at the biggest fucking show in the world, which everybody in the world is watching. Of course, Kim Kardashian would bring out her gimp on that day. Going back to the comments, they say that Kendall was dating you first. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Really, it broke me. I thought Lewis to be a great, kind, loving, sophisticated, you know what I mean, driven, humanitarian type person. The same person that I thought he was what he shows us he is. I believed the outside, bro, until his outside aligned with that outside. And then I realized what's going on inside. You got me, but you got everyone too. You made us all believe. So that's when I don't feel bad. Just going back to Russ. God, he got me, bro. I had no idea he had a girlfriend. But I stood there and I looked at the twin flames. I'm like, did any of you know? And then I realized it's forgivable, bro. Yeah, it wasn't just you. They lied to everyone. It wasn't just you. They are a walking lie. They didn't want anybody to know. It wasn't a singular attack. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Just you. And that's where a lot of compassion comes back. It's like Bobby doesn't just treat me like this. Fucking my mom didn't just treat me like this. You guys don't just treat me like this. This is how you treat humanity. Really? Patterns. I should have never let him back into my energy when I saw that. But I didn't learn the lesson. And that's what happens. It takes you a long time to even see the pattern before you realize what you're supposed to be learning about it. What I learned from Lewis, that how good a lie can look. How good a lie can look. He's a walking lie, bro. He can't be, that's it. You can't be down to earth and a Kardashian. They're literally the opposite ends of the spectrum, bro. You can't be down to earth and a Kardashian. Everybody on earth is trying to become a Kardashian. They're trying to keep up. That's the goal. Now I could see you, Lewis Hamilton, who's trying to find a fucking win in your life because you're such a loser right now. You see this as a winning situation because the whole world looks up to this is what good looks like. That looks all kinds of bad. And again, there's lots of footage of you and her sisters, but no children. There's no children. All of these women have children with the one exception of fucking Kendall. There's never been a picture of Kylie. She's been with Timothy for years now. Never has there ever been a picture of him around her children. For that matter, they don't even show Travis Scott around his children. Really? None of them. Is Tristan around his child? Do there any pictures on the internet of these men with their children? Is there any pictures on the internet of these women with their children? Where's Cardi B's children, bro? Okay, so that's why they broke up, right? I saw that. I was reading that. So he brought his other baby mama who brought her newborn. What kind of fucking woman brings a fucking child to the Super Bowl? All right, a bigger child that you've taught sports that will remember this for the rest of their life. A fucking newborn? You brought a newborn? There's a fit mother. So that's what happened. Stefan supposedly bought his other baby mama who just had a newborn, just like Cardi, bought her front row tickets next to his parents to the game. Cardi had spent over $1 million on an after party for them. And when she found out, because she's on stage, she's on the ground level, not in her little suite where he put her. She's on the ground and looks up and sees his other baby mama with his family in the front row. Holy shit. Whoa. And then think about Cardi. I left my husband for this. I gave you everything. You're gonna just treat me like every other hoe? Bitch, can't make a hoe a housewife. Is he treating you like a hoe or you came in as one? None of this is gonna clean itself up. Really? She'll keep drawing them in, bro. Out of all the people, that's what I want to show you. Out of all the people that Cardi B could have linked up with, she linked up with a version of herself to be taught a hard game. Really? Guys, you're an idiot if you think Cardi wasn't fucking, you know what I mean, playing men like Offset played her. How do you think she got to be who she is? Off her body and men. This is absolute karma. She probably had like 5, 6 boyfriends that she just kept playing while she was, on her way to fame. And now she want to be mad because her boyfriend's got girlfriends. Ooh, Cinderella, the shoe is on the other foot. Or are you out here flat-footing it? What is it? I'm hearing her song. Red bottoms. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Deal with your problems. How many kids you got now? You can go get another baby daddy and have more? That's what I just want to say. Is like, oh, fuck. This is ugly. You guys is ugly. This is why I don't fuck with you. Because on the outside, you look so fuckable. And on the inside, you are so fucked. Realistically, I'm guilty as charged, bro. Nobody knew I was all fucked up. I mean, I guess I had the mouth to prove it. But I kept my fucked up self to my fucked up self. Really? Go fuck you. Y'all want to be a fucked up ass person and want to be a fucking friendly fucked up ass person. You want to put that in all kinds of groups and all kinds of places. Just put all your fucking darkness all over the place. Realistically, here comes dark ass. Really, I'm just saying. The shadow can play ego into ego's hands. However, we are we are here to shine brightly. We cannot do so from a place of total darkness. The sunlight is the picture in the picture brings out the illumination to one who is free but illuminated and brings warmth to the heavier side of ourselves that we carry. And that's it. My heart still is heavy and I give it and I lighten it up. I teach it, you know what I mean? It's not the heart, it's the mind, it's the ego, the broken child. You know what I mean? Broken from the experiences. Sometimes Igor wants to come out and be sad about the day. And I have to be, it's a good day. It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while. That's what I gotta teach myself. It's not that bad. Life's not that bad, bro. You're okay. Yeah, we've been through some hard shit, bro. It's all right. Oh, nobody loves me, and everybody always betrays me, and nobody, I can't make no friends. And hey, fuck all that. Come on, come on, come on. God keeps bringing betrayers and backstabbers so that we could learn our lesson. These aren't all, you know what I mean? And that's where I got to rebuild myself. No. This is God. God brought that bastard into our lives to teach us a lesson. It's all right. We're okay, right? We learned the lesson. Then we don't got to worry about bastards like that. Really? Come on. That's where it is it's reparenting. Really? Starts in the beginning. When you go in there, you're going to have to talk your way out. Go into a first dark night of the soul, you're going to have to talk your way out of your shadow. You'll start to learn how to talk better about yourself. What did Tree say? You just need to talk better about yourself. Man, I hated myself. Fucking bitch. You fucking idiot. You're such a fucking idiot. Really? I say that all the time. I used to say that all the time to myself. So then myself thinks I'm a fucking idiot. Really? Well, why do I say it if I didn't think it? That's why you have to change your thoughts about how you think about yourself and what you say to yourself. You blame yourself. You call yourself stupid things like fat. You say you're ugly. You say that nobody loves you. You're telling yourself. You're the only person there telling it. Nobody's outside of you telling you these mean things. You're literally verbally abusing yourself. Really? Where did it come from? Other people. You think other people think these ways about you, so you say it to yourself? Have they ever said it to your face? Say it to my face, motherfucker. Has anybody ever told you to your face? Oh, they have to me. That's why you're all alone. That's why you have no friends. That's why nobody fucking likes you. And I felt that was a bad thing. I know why I'm all alone. I know why I ain't got no friends. And I know why nobody likes me. And that's where I sit there and laugh. Bye-bye now. Really, it doesn't hurt me. That doesn't hurt me. It used to hurt me. when I was a child until I became an adult and realized that isn't important. They hurt you with those words when you're a child, and they keep hurting you with it as you're older. Every relationship. You're never going to have anybody. You're going to die alone. That's why nobody likes you. That's why you can't ever do nothing good with your life. And blah, 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 blah. That's why I'm telling you to leave my life. And you're just talking shit. You didn't say none of this shit to me before. You didn't have the nads to say this before. But now, as I'm telling you to exit my life, you got a lot to say. Keep on talking while you're walking. Really? Don't feel bad because they don't like you. Don't feel bad because you can't figure out a way to be likable. Fuck them. Really? Fuck them. Do you like you? Does God like you? Does the Holy Spirit like you? Does your dead parents and stuff, your dead family like you? That's all that matters. Don't be like them. Be like you and like you. You only don't like yourself because you're not like them. Why do you like them so much? And when you ask the child inside because everybody else likes them, that's dumb. All right, Lewis, ask yourself. And then the rest of you, imagine you're Lewis Hamilton. Put on his little tight suit, his little wetsuit, and get in his little chair and think you're Lewis Hamilton, driving around the car thinking about Kim Kardashian. Why Kim? That's the only question. Why Kim, Lewis? Why Kim? What makes Kim special? And this is where the truth comes out, your shadow. You know you're doing it for the wrong reasons when you answer this question. Why Kim? You didn't say shit to Kim all those years ago. This never applied. Why Kim? Now, going back to this, how can you hang out with her fucking husband and sleep with her sister and then go and play daddy to her children? Is this her problem or is this you? Has she ever been the problem? I mean, she's a problem in her own, but you're my soul tribe member. This is you slipping and falling. All of the memes on Facebook is how you're making a mistake. All of them. Everyone around the world can't believe you fell for something so pathetic as a Kim Kardashian. Now you can stay there and you're going to justify why you're to your parents, why you want to go out with this girl. I'm the parent and I'm asking you, why this girl? Why not some of the other more beautiful girls in your school? Why this girl? And you're going to tell me, because why? Because she's a millionaire? Because she's pretty? What sets Kim Kardashian apart? Answer the true question. Should have been an interrogator. I was going to in another life. Realistically, that's the truth. Ask yourself the true question, and that's where it gets hard. And I do this on camera. I interrogate myself. I ask myself the real true question, and I can hear it being very quiet in there. I know what the quiet truth is in there, and I'm going to tell you what I can hear inside of myself that I don't want you to know. I'm going to let this shadow out. You're not going to like this, but I can hear it inside of me. I know what the truth is inside of me. I'm afraid to say it, but I'm going to say it. That's the shadow. Don't come around here, Lewis, and say you've always loved Kim Kardashian. Don't come around here. You know that it's all ego-based. This is not an actual attraction other than to the flesh and the pentacles, the earthly compensation to this. It seems right. This is an organized, she's on your level. When you decided that you were on a lower level. And the fact that you thought she was equal to you, you showed the world that you were equal to her. And that fucked this all up for you. Because despite what you think, the rest of the world despises this woman. So now you're despicable. Guilty by association is what we call this. Going back to it, if Jonica and Russ decided to separate, Russ could get other women easily because he's a superstar. But as far as an actual woman, he still needs more practice, I suppose. But going back to her, she could use herself to get other men, but those men will always tease her for that being her sugar daddy. Really? Yeah. And that goes back to myself. My story doesn't end with my husband's. I refuse. And it definitely isn't Bobby. He was just a playboy, obviously. It doesn't end there. But you look at someone as Marshall, you're an absolute failure because of the same thing that I'm healing, which is an inability to have healthy relationships with people. That's what's wrong with you. You can sing and so, you can sing, you can't dance, you can't you don't do anything else on stage, but you can sing. But that doesn't mean that that's enough to keep you happy. You can't have intimate relationships or any of these. You say that your rapper friends, but there's another example. Have we ever seen it? Have we ever seen pictures of you and your friends being normal, being human, having human experiences, going out to eat, going to places, adventuring? This is the human experience. We're part of the world, an exploration of the world. You spend all day exploring your angry feelings about your failures and you put them on, and you sing about them. Where's the growth? You just stay in the hurt. And that goes back to, Russ staying in his shadow. He's fully aware that he's unhealed, but he gives himself his free will choice. That's Wolfman. I've pointed out what's wrong with you, and you're fully aware of it. Bobby, Russ, Lewis, you're fully aware what's wrong with you. It's a free will choice to live wrong. Forgive them, for they know not what they do, is how you got this far. But now you know what you're doing. So where's the forgiveness? There isn't. Now comes judgment. You had a choice. Multiple times the choice was given to you to do the right thing. You chose the wrong thing on purpose, not because you didn't know better, but you continued to make the wrong choice because of selfishness. You put yourself above all things instead of what is right. Bobby, I'm talking to you. And that's exactly what's going on with Lewis right here. He's putting himself above all things. And in essence, what he's doing is sacrificing himself. Little by little, bro, he's losing all respect, everything. He's losing his legacy, little by little. And it'll only take a matter of time before the next designer comes in, the next beautiful thing comes in and washes away the Kardashians. It's time. That's what happens with these annual changes. These new planets, they're going to bring in the new generation of creation and exploration and positivity. They're going to be our new ones. Why do we need 40-year-old Kardashians when we can have 20-year-old, I don't know, somethings? We're going on to the new generation, and they're going to be more. And that's like, you know what I mean? The new season of, Jersey Shore. Remember how long that lasted? Why do we need 40-year-old fucking Jersey Shore when we can go find some new people that live on the shore? See how they're, see how surely they are about it. Really? Jersey sucks. Really? You want to argue? Go ahead. Hit the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and fuck you. Moving on. Let's see. The stronger and the more powerful energy is the light. It can and will escape the clutches of anything that tries to contain it. What is left behind is but an empty shell, and we learn to look back with compassion. And I'm seeing it's just like they're going to do for me that's never been done before. That's great, but what about everyone else? Really? Yeah. I had them, this is what happened up in the 5th floor. I had them remove the couch in the essence that I thought they would just replace it with the bed, but because of fire, whatever, regulations, they couldn't do that. So then they had to move me to another room. So right now, what you just heard is they had to move the couch out again. They're hiding in the couches. So they got rid of the couch, and as I was down there at Cali, she was online searching for trundle beds or roll-up beds. Nobody in that, they've not done this yet. They've never done this yet. They just keep taking out the couches and shit like that. They've not purchased beds for anyone. They've not done this. They've never done what they're about to do for me, which is they're going to come in, they're going to replace the bed, they're going to take all of my stuff out, and they're going to pay for all of this. That's preferential treatment, which is amazing. Thank you. And that's why I said I got really upset, and then everything worked out fine, and I don't got to worry in the world. You know what I mean? Because that's what it was. But at the same time, what about everyone else? What about everyone else? And that's it too. It's like, you know what I mean? I saw Diana for the first time this morning over at the bus stop with her kids. And I felt bad about all the times I said I've never seen her leave the building. Maybe she does go places. And I was thinking about her. It's like, and when I turned in that laundry card, when I returned it, I was like, there's other people that can use this. They really need help doing laundry. And I was thinking about Diana when I thought about this. You know what I mean? It's like, I appreciate what you're doing for me and that my mouth got me this far. But what about everyone else? I can get what I want, but what I really want is just to make change. It's not about that. You know what I mean? It's not about you fixing my plate, but you making sure the kitchen's clean. Does that make sense? That's what I got right here. It's like, you got to clean this up. They're going to bring you in a brand. They're going to purchase it and have it delivered, a brand new bed today. And it's got to be a smaller one so that they haven't done this to anyone. They took out Bee's a couple weeks ago. They just took out her couch and stuff, it's just an open space now. They didn't replace hers. No, I'm going to be the first one. But that's not fair. Just because I'm louder than everybody else doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't deserve the same treatment. And that's where I don't want to be special. I just want to do something special for everyone. I don't want you to think that, I'm prissy. I just want what's right. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's why I gave it back to her. I was like, they gave me this. And, last time she did. She gave me a gift card to go do all my laundry, but I didn't know where it was and how much was on it or nothing. I was like, here, give this to someone else, and that's it. I never take what I don't need. When I go to clothing or food banks and shit, I won't take shit I won't need. I'm not going to throw away food, and I'm not going to take when there's somebody behind me that'll probably eat that shit. Really? I'm funny, bro. I don't do that. I'm not, even before. Realistically, that's why I don't do so much cooking. Because I don't like to waste. And then I'll have to eat this shit for like 3 days. Really? Very wasteful. I'm just pointing that out. It just popped up. It's like, I don't think myself apart from anybody. I just want everybody to be treated fairly. And that's what pisses me off, you know what I mean? Like, I get shit done, but it's because God gave me the mouth to do it. Everybody else that stays quiet gets ran over. We go back to that bitch tried to get me thrown out for discrimination. And because I'm a loudmouth, I escalated it to where I fought for myself, and that didn't happen. But I thought about all the other families that I have seen thrown out. I just assumed they were really breaking the rules. But I saw for myself that wasn't true. They could throw you out for anything. You know what I mean? Now, granted, God got rid of that staff. But that's what I mean. When I do these things, I don't just do it for me. Because realistically, I'm very humble and I don't really care about me. Sometimes I'm not fighting for me. I'm fighting for the bigger. Really? I'll go without. I never noticed that somebody else noticed that so much until Mr. Plum. I didn't notice he was watching me that closely. Christian used to tell him I was I was a shit mother and I was all of these things and all of these things. So when I came, he used to watch real closely to see, to validate any of that, just to watch. And he said one day, he's like, you know what I notice about you? He said, you'll make sure that everybody eats and you'll literally eat their scraps. He said, I've never seen something like that. Said, Mr. Plum, everybody else as long as everyone else is happy, I'm fucking happy. It's not even about that. Really? Yeah. And that's where it comes down to dinner and why I'm asking you, what do you eat? I'm easy. I'll eat a fucking sandwich. I'm easy, or I won't eat. I'm easy to please. It's you guys that need so much care and consideration that it gets stressful. Really? And so I didn't face that. I saw it. He pointed that out, and it's very true. I used to make everybody else, I'd make a great ass meal and I would feed everybody and get their seconds and then put everything away and I got what was ever left over. Really? I'd make my plate after everything else was done. After everybody else had eaten, whatever was left, I would eat. Really? Mm-hmm. I'd make my plate so that I could have the dishes ready. I didn't sit down with them. And usually when you're sitting there cooking and shit and it's all done, you just need a break. But they want to eat. So I would feed everyone, and that's where I go to have a cigarette or something. And then afterwards, I'd come back not ready to eat because I just had a cigarette. So I'd start cleaning up the kitchen, you know what I mean, from this big ass mess. And then as they were going, you know what I mean, just like a restaurant, refilling their drinks, seeing if they want more, taking their plates, washing their plates. After it was all done, before I'm about to wash the pots and pans, I would take what was left and make my plate. So that's where he saw that type of shit. It's beyond people pleasing. So you go back to Russ and Bobby, how they're so self-sacrificing. And I remember myself, like I didn't matter. I didn't matter. And that's really what it is. I don't care. I'll give you my bed and I'll sleep on the floor. When there's a room filled, there's no chairs in the room, I'll sit on the floor. I won't ask you to get me a chair. I'll sit on the floor. And everybody looks at me appalled, but it's like, I'm not going to bother you. I don't need it. Really? Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful not to do all that. And that's just because that's trained behaviors that everybody else, you know what I mean? And in order for everything to go smooth, you've got to be the house bitch. You got to make sure everybody's okay and everybody's this and that. I told you I was trained, programmed at the age of 15. They would sit there and tell me what it took to be a wife. No, los mujeres no hacen así. Los mujeres no hacen, women don't do that. And women don't do that. And women don't do that. And women don't do this. Really? Las mujeres no están en las calles. You're not allowed to be in the streets. You can't wear this. You can't do that. Really? Mm-hmm. And I look back, it was a whole bunch of fucking single women telling me how to be with a man. Maricela had just got fucking cheated on. Fucking Susie had no fucking man. Fucking Rosie had no fucking man. There was no fucking man there except for their brother. How the fuck are you manless bitches teaching me how to treat a man? They weren't. They were teaching me how to take care of their family member. If you're so fucking good at being a wife, then how come all of you are single? I look back at that now. I'm going to call Mary Jane right now and tell her that. Them fucking single bitches. Single bitches. Really? Yeah, just putting that out. They made me wear a girdle when I was 16. Really? Which is skim wear. They made me, I had to put my body back together. I had to do all these, dude, they were crazy. Anyways, they were just women. That's what I said to my daughter. At least I'm not one of these women, because we were talking about prom and shit like that. I was like, at least I'm not one of these women that are just, you know what I mean, fucking coaching you to be a good girl to some boy. You know what I mean? Trying to get you with some boy, and all I care about is boys, 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 boys. Realistically, it's all teen girls seem to care about, you know? And their parents, you know, and it's like dad wants to know what boy you're talking to, mom wants to know what boy. It's all about boys, 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 boys. Really? She likes boys. It's just not, you know, she's just not that. And there's nothing wrong that she's not boy crazy at 15. I don't think she needs to go crazy about boys at any age. Really, they can go crazy about her. Just saying. Going back to your shadow. What is left behind is an empty shell, and we learn to look back with compassion at what blocked our way and the lessons we learned from our struggle. You don't want to face it. I don't want to face that Lewis was a loser. Lewis doesn't even want to face it. I mean, I knew he was a loser on the track. I just didn't know he was a loser at life. I guess the only place he ever won was on the track. And that goes back to all of you. The only place you're winning is at work. Ouch. That was me too. I wasn't a great mom. I wasn't present. I mean, I was there, but not mentally. I was in another room, quite literally. But actually, you know what I mean, emotionally and mentally, I just tended to them like a nanny, like a nurse, you know what I mean? And occasionally yelled at them to pick up shit and shit like that. But that's all I did. I didn't care. We didn't have conversations. We weren't close. I just gave them whatever they wanted and I stood back to make sure they were happy. It was very distant. And my life looked successful because I worked hard and made money and I had materials. That's what people based my success on, is because I had, I dressed nice and I had nice stuff. It wasn't even that nice. But that's what they assumed was I was successful. I worked my ass off for money and I gave away money I didn't have to look like, what I mean? To look better than I was, to appear that I could do things. And that's really it, is like my family knew that. I would not pay my bills to give you money. I'll figure it out because you can't. I'll figure it out because you can't, was my mentality. You know? Going back to the ex, bro, like I encouraged him to go to school and I would work. I'll take care of us and you go to school. Really? A little imbalance, don't you think? There was so much imbalance. Why? Because I was made as a child to be, you know what I mean? To be leaned on in such a way. And then I never grew out of it. My mom leaned on me until I was, until I met him. And then my first boyfriend, you know what I mean? He leaned on me. Now I became his, his wife. I had responsibilities to him. There was always somebody to be taken care of. So my dream was, before the awakening, one day my kids will get older, like, after high school, and I'll be free. I won't have to take care of anyone but me. I'll be able to travel the land. I'll be able to make music. I'll be able to do whatever I want. I won't have to take care of anyone else anymore. My whole life, I've been trying to figure out how to take care of my children, my husbands, my family, my finances. Never me. Really? No. Always trying to figure out how to raise somebody else. And that's why I don't want to raise nobody. I'm sitting here trying, for the first time in my life, I'm trying to raise me. We can learn to live with it, but not allow it to control us, to love all the parts of ourselves and to walk in the highest path we can, movement or moment to moment, day by day. By doing so, we conquer the battle within and allow our light to win. I got a download when I was reading that. It's like jail time in the dark night of the soul. While you're going through it, the healing journey, you have to understand, even though you're healing, you have to see yourself in the healing form, which is a hospital bed. You can get up and you can walk around, but you can't leave the hospital. You're going to be here for a while. You can go out and you can have fun, but you can't leave the hospital. What is the hospital? It's the same as the church. It's inside of you. You understand that there is an unhealthy person that needs a lot of care, round the clock care inside of you. That some days it's going to feel like it's all better and you can take it out to play, but then it's going to get sick again. Really? Mental illness and emotional illness is a disease that kills people all the time. It manifests in all kinds of physical illnesses. When you start to understand, like I did, I'm sick. Something's wrong with me. It wasn't something you can see on the outside. It's not like I'm contagious or anything. Well, hurt people. But it wasn't a sickness you could see on the outside. And when you understand that, you take it on as it's not a disease, but I'm unhealthy. I need to take care of myself. You see it that way, you start to understand, which is what? Just your thoughts and your feelings. I have very unhealthy thoughts and unhealthy feelings about things. So I have to spend a lot of time with my unhealthy thoughts and my unhealthy feelings, which is a sick child inside of you, your inner child. Throws tantrums, it acts crazy, it doesn't have, control, it just wants to have adventure, it gets sad, it needs a lot of care. It's a child that never got cared for because of you during that time. When you understand that, you know what I mean? That you're going to be caring for your very hurt feelings and mind for the next however long, you start to change your lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I know I get triggered, so I'm not going to purposely put myself in a place that I'll get triggered. You start to care more about yourself and what bothers you. And that's what I said. Something about this shopping is making me irate. It's making me uncomfortable. It's making me angry. I don't like this. So I have to find another way to get the job done, but not do it this way. I did it for a couple days and it didn't work. That work didn't work. We got to find another way. And that's what it is understanding the inner child. But understand too, why don't you like this? Some of it can be, you know what I mean? You can walk the child through. And that's it. Imagine yourself, you're trying to go talk to a new girl or a new guy, and you've thought about it for so long and you really want to do it. This is what I need you to picture. Picture a 3-year-old going to see Santa. Santa wants to just give you a gift, but you're scared. You see all the other kids walking up to Santa and are happy, but you're afraid. Okay, if you don't have a problem with Santa, then how about a clown? Why are you afraid of the clown? They're not going to touch you, they're not going to hurt you. They're just there to make you laugh, but they make you scared and cry. Everybody else isn't scared. Now go back to this person. Why don't you go talk to this person? Everybody else talks to this person. They're not scared of them. They don't cry about this person. Do you see what I mean? There's an inner child that we're really trying to walk into life, into places it's afraid of. But we have to get it to go there. And you have to listen though. I don't want to. Okay, tell me why. Well, because, okay, what else? And that's where you're doing this. It's called shadow work, introspective work. You're working with your insides, and which is basically your fears, your anxieties, your angers, your frustrations, your jealousies, your insecurities, all these things, your insides. Really? I specialize on that. I spend all my time inside, not doing much outside. That's what I said. I'm pretty much an ain't doing shit, bitch. Wolfman, I saw your competitiveness. You get on my nerves with this. I said that yesterday. I said, what's the point of working for God if I've got to work every day like you? That doesn't work. So then he goes and posts this comment saying, you know, I'm financially stable and I'm this and that. He tried to compare himself to me, but one up. Me too, plus one. That's my new saying, dude. I love that saying. Me too, plus one. Me too, and I brought more. That's my favorite saying. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Go ahead, Mike Stud. Put that on a no, you cannot put that on a shirt. Nobody can put that on a shirt until they understand what that means. Because if you run around saying me too plus one, you're probably going to get a fight. And again, me saying it to certain people's faces might get me slapped too. Really? Hey, I think it's worth the print, don't you? It's better than his Nazi shirt that he tried to sell at the Super Bowl. Is that you, Kanye West? No, it's Kim Kardashian with Lewis Hamilton. Don't get in it, Kanye. You should be standing way far back and say he's going to learn. You shouldn't be like saying, oh, they're going to be happy together. Nah. Really? Happiness isn't another person, guys. That's not how that works. You're supposed to be whole on your own. You're whole on your own. You don't you're a force on your own, but the two of you come together and are you know what I mean? An unstoppable force. But anytime you're apart, it's not like you're a weak force. I'm not as strong because I don't have my partner. I'm not the same person. You know, I don't act the same when my husband's not around. That's you men. Oh, well, she ain't here, so I can act a fool. That means that you're not, you know what I mean? You're not solid. You're not solid. You're only solid when somebody's, and that's integrity, 100%. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching because it's the right thing. Not because you want someone to know you're doing the right thing, but you do it because it's just what you do. And that's what I mean. You don't have integrity. You act this way in public and you act this way in private. You act this way around your buddies, but you act this way. And that's where it is like you're not your true authentic self. You filter yourself into the rooms you go into. I'm me all the way around. It's like, don't you have a filter? God didn't give me one. Along with no jealousy. And I thank him for that. He gave me a lot of problems. But those two ain't one of them. Going back to Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, no, they're not a problem. I was just devastated because I believed Lewis to be a better person. Can he live up to my belief? It's like my expectation. No, it's my belief. I have no expectation of you, Lewis. I just believe that you're going to do better than this. And that goes to show you, Kim Kardashian, I've talked to you since the beginning of this. I believe you to be a better woman than this, but your actions show that you choose. That's why you keep losing men. Because you choose to be a masculine over a feminine. Now, granted, you've got Lewis, who is a feminine over a masculine. But this isn't going to be healthy. By no means. Me being in my masculine and having a feminine man doesn't give me a healthy relationship. I don't want to be in charge anymore. I was never supposed to. I was supposed to have a person that I could trust to take the lead. Unfortunately, you guys don't know where you're going. And that's because you're not being led by God. That's all that matters. What leads me? What makes me the great leader? God. Leads me into some bullshit too, I just want to point out. With that being said, I feel like I've done enough of this. I'm going to move on. I'm burnt out. Again, I went through an emotional fucking spiel. Have you ever seen a toddler throw a fit at Walmart? Okay, what happens after? They're going to pass out, right? That's me. Did you throw a fit? I mean, a little. Were you screaming? No, I was just crying. I don't want to do this. This is terrible. Why do I have to do this? Why can't you guys just do the right thing? Why are you doing this? Why haven't you escalated it? Why? Why is this got to be my problem? Why haven't you fixed the problem? It's pretty much where I was coming from. And I had a different energy in the room. They have a new, I don't know what she is. I would say facilities something. She's something. She's a new somebody, and she's good at it. And she was very calm and collected and very mature. Again, I'm sitting in, and I'm crying like a little girl, like I don't want to do my laundry and please don't make me and I hate my life. Kind of shit like that. So I had some good support and stuff, but now I'm burnt the fuck out. Really? I am so burnt out on this. I'm going to take me a freaking spiritual bath and relax as much as I can and get shit ready for tomorrow. We'll put some more cards, but yeah, the shadow, it's there. Don't act like you don't have a dark side. And know that it's okay to let it come out and don't persecute it every time it comes out. Such a fucking idiot. Why did I act like that? No, bro. But I do. I be hating it like, God, why did you make me say that? And then it gets awkward. You know what I mean? With B. I think she actually said hi to me this morning. I'm on her floor now. I just want to point that out. I'm right down the hall from her. I likes to play games. Realistically, oh yeah. He moved me from one person I fought with to the next person I fought with to the next person I fought with. Really? That's all he's doing. Are you serious? I swear to God. I did get to see her baby. I missed her. I missed that damn chubby cheeks. It's the cutest baby I've ever seen alive. So far. I'm sure there's cute babies everywhere, but we don't get to see them in real life. This one, real life, cute ass baby. Seriously, she's so thick too. I only got to pick her up twice. She weighs like fucking 30 pounds, that chunker. My son was that. He's a big chunker. He had big old fat cheeks, the same curly hair. He had little rolls on his arms. He was such a chunker. Oh, kid babies. Supposed to be having 2 more of them, Really? Let's hope. I'm not hoping. I'm not praying. It'll be great. Really? Yeah. What do we face? King of Swords, Six of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Shadow. Okay, I got it. You got it? You ready for your day? Okay. What does it say? I hope what is it? I hope it gets better. Oh, everything gets good, dude. This too shall pass. It's just moments in time. Some people get just hung up in those moments, though. Sometimes you get stuck in them. That shadow work, too. Memories, feelings, frustrations. It all worked out, as it always does. And if you're at Fortuna, that's, how long will it last? I don't know. Really? At least for today, though. Ride the waves of today. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. That's all that means. Just ride it and try your best. And it's made to bring your shadow out. That's the point of this. I said, Kalik, that's endurance. They got to push your limits. It's just an endurance check to see how much pain, how much anger, how much frustration you can take before you pop. They're expecting you to pop. They're not going to stop until you do pop. Yeah? Mm-hmm. They want to know what your threshold is to bullshit. They want to see how much bullshit you can take before you pop. And if you pop, will you act the same way you did last time? That's all this is. It's just I would say a fucking pretest, a mid-level course. Really? Yeah, because based on our based on how we reacted today, based on how I acted today, will determine what my next challenge is. If I'm still showing symptoms, and that's just the healing, if you're still showing symptoms that this antibiotic isn't working, well, we're going to switch you antibiotics. Really? Meaning, if you still aren't getting this lesson, then we're going to have to give you another lesson for you to get this lesson. You don't get to leave the lesson. Really? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the tribulation days. I can teach you how God works, but that's pretty much it. You wanted me to learn a lesson today. About what? Myself. That's all I learned. That's all we ever do, really? Do you understand what's going on outside of us? Do you know anything about the people outside of you? I didn't learn shit about them. I never do. That's why I was like, I don't know what the humanoids are doing. They're human. I'm not doing so well over here trying to be like them. Don't try. Hey, I love you guys. Have a good, actionable, fortunate day. Love yous. Later.